What's up guys, welcome back to BlackTideTV. Today we are continuing Secondary Weapon Week. If you have not seen the first 3 videos in this series, in this little week-long mini-series on my channel, make sure you click on the card in the top right corner or the link in the description to access the playlist. You'll be able to watch the bayonet and tactical knife commentary, the secondary Gunfighter 2, 3, 4, etc. commentary, and the live stream by clicking on that link. This video will also end up in that playlist. If you're watching this video after the entire week has gone through and the playlist is completed, you can watch the rest of the videos that will be coming out tomorrow and the next day as well. So make sure you're checking out that playlist if you are watching this video for the first time and you just haven't heard of Secondary Weapon Week before. So Secondary Weapon Week obviously is where we're talking about secondary weapons all week long. We're talking about certain different attachments and things that are missing from the Call of Duty series, and that's exactly what we want to talk about today, and that would be the wildcard slash perk Underkill. I'm going to call it a wildcard from this point out because that seems to be the direction Call of Duty is taking with the Overkill perk slash wildcard. So from this point on, we're just going to call them wildcards. If you do not know, in the Call of Duty series, there has been perks and wildcards in the past and in Black Ops 3 that allow you to take 2 primary weapons instead of a primary and a secondary weapon. And this can be a very, very powerful perk or wildcard. Damn it, we're calling them wildcards from this point on. So this can be a very, very powerful wild card because you can take 2 complete polar opposite weapons and use them to a massive advantage. So as you can see in the gameplay here, I'm obviously not using secondary weapons. I'm using the Vesper and the Shiva, which are 2 weapons that I find to be almost polar opposites. The Shiva is very slow firing, but it has long range and high damage. The Vesper is extremely fast firing. It's really good for close range gunfights, but it doesn't have that much damage. So they're complete polar opposites in my opinion. Apart from they're both being primaries, and a secondary weapon with the Vesper stats would be actually the polar opposite. But that aside, these 2 weapons are very, very different, and that is the whole point of using an Overkill wildcard, is that it allows you to take on 2 different styles of play. They let you just take on 2 different play styles. You can do a lot more having these 2 weapons. You don't have to scavenge for weapons off the ground to find another weapon that's going to be more effective at longer ranges. You can use a sniper rifle and an SMG. You can use that's actually one of the most popular uses of Overkill, is to run a sniper primary, but instead of using a pistol secondary to back yourself up if an enemy gets too close, people like to run an SMG secondary because they're just more comfortable with using an SMG, which makes a lot of sense. So that's one of the great uses of this. You can also use LMGs and assault rifles. Basically, you can use any primary weapons together. Now, something that has been missing in the Call of Duty series since the origins of Overkill is the Underkill wildcard. And what I mean by that is Overkill allows you to take 2 primary weapons. Basically, another primary weapon will take the spot of your secondary weapon. Well, what about the people that like to use secondary weapons exclusively? It's been a long haul in this Call of Duty series, and there has been in each and every single Call of Duty game people that like to use the secondary weapons, myself being one of them. I love running around with just like the akimbo pistols or something and just goofing around and having a fun time. I think that's one of the best things about Call of Duty, is that it's more of an arcade shooter. It's not super serious, so you can just kind of goof around. You can build a crazy class and run around and just have fun. One of the ways that you do that is to just run a secondary weapon. And then that got me thinking, like, well, what about an Underkill wildcard? Why hasn't that been brought into the game for the people that like to use their pistols? Because using a rocket launcher is also very, very effective in this game. If you want to use a rocket launcher and shoot down score streaks, you're going to have a lot of extra pointage. You're going to be able to earn your score streaks faster. It's just very effective to use a rocket launcher in this game. Well, what if I want to run pistols and a rocket launcher? Like, I cannot do that. I haven't been able to do that since the beginning of time in Call of Duty. It's just kind of silly. Unless I scavenge a rocket launcher off of somebody, I can't run pistols and a rocket launcher. Furthermore, the only thing that gets replaced by a combat knife when in Black Ops 3 is the secondary weapon. You can replace the secondary weapon, so the pistols or the rocket launcher or the crossbow, the NX Shadow Claw, with a knife, but you can't replace the primary weapon with a knife. Now, I do believe that in Call of Duty Ghosts, the primary weapon could be switched out for just a knife, so you could use a knife primary and use a secondary. Now, that was a good way to do it. In Black Ops 3, I don't believe that is the case, because in Black Ops 3, the primary weapon, you either get a primary weapon or you get your fists, and that's it. You can't pick a knife for your primary weapon. So that's one of the big things about using your pistols. When you run pistols in this game, you don't have a lot of ammo. So if you are running pistols and you run out of ammo, if you're not running scavenger, if you're not playing smart, and you're spamming your pistols all over the place, say you run out of ammo with your pistols, all you have now is your fists. And fists, we've already talked about in that tactical knife video that you can check out by clicking on the link in the top right corner or the link in the description in that playlist. We've already talked that fists are completely just like useless in this game. They're just 100% just no good whatsoever. We can't put a tactical knife on our pistol to run at the same time. So why can't we have a knife in our primary slot? So that really got me thinking, like, why can't we have secondary Gunfighter where your primary weapon is replaced with a secondary weapon the same way that Overkill, or Underkill, I guess I should say, where Underkill, where the secondary weapon replaces the primary weapon, whereas Overkill, the primary weapon replaces the secondary weapon. Why can't we do it both ways? It would be super simple for Treyarch or for any other Call of Duty developer to put that in. It would just be like a little bit of programming. They wouldn't have to really break the game and try and make all these weapons extremely even again. They don't really do that for Overkill. There's no big downside to using Overkill or upside to using Overkill. There's nothing special about switching out these wildcards. It would just be pretty much copy and paste to make an Underkill wildcard the same as an Overkill wildcard. So it's super simple, and it's something that I think has been overlooked for this whole Call of Duty experience ever since the first Overkill came out. I can't even remember when that was. Maybe like Black Ops 1, like extremely like a long time ago. It might have been Black Ops 2, I'm not sure. But we've been missing this Underkill wildcard for so long. Like, it's just something super simple that the developers could do. I think it would be a great addition to the game. You could definitely make a lot of people happy that way, and it wouldn't break the game to do it. So I'm not sure why they haven't been doing this. I know that I'm probably going to get comments like I have on my other videos during Secondary Weapon Week that people just don't like to use the secondary weapons as much, and why should Treyarch or Activision or whoever cater to the people that don't really use like the same weapons as everybody else. Yes, a lot of people use the primary weapons exclusively, but there is still that community, and Treyarch has to try to cater to everybody. And I know that it's asking a lot to bug them about these secondary weapons, and to bug them about snipers for sniper people, and to bug them about this and that, but really, it's just about making the community happy, and I think that an Underkill wildcard could make the community a little bit happy because it would add that goofiness back into the game. I mean, on top of the goofiness that is this futuristic stuff, which we're going to talk about in a future video, let me tell you, but on top of this new, like, colorful, like, playstyle goofiness, we need that goofiness of making your class just crazy back into the game. We need to have that randomized class thing again, so we can just put on random stuff. We can put on 2 secondaries. We can do whatever we want with our class. It's called create a class for a reason. We shouldn't be limited to certain play styles because of it. We definitely need an Underkill wildcard, and that's all I have to say in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. I think we're at like 699 subscribers as I'm making this video, so you could be lucky 700 if you subscribe now. Thanks a lot for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Tomorrow, we're getting into those first 2 zombie first look camos on the LCAR-9 and the RK5. After that, we're talking about Akimbo on Friday. I hope you're here for it. Make sure you subscribe so you are. I'll see you guys tomorrow.